Hey everyone, yep, I went a whole day without a video, but it's alright, I'm here again. Hopefully too many of you haven't had any withdrawal symptoms. Carrying on from my last video, it seems that the overwhelming majority of commenters want me to do a Q&A video. So that's what I'm going to do. As soon as I hit 500 subscribers, I'll make a video, and you can ask me the questions there. I'm currently about 496, so hopefully it will be within the next few days, and then comment, you can question away. Now, what could I do a video about? The rather controversial subject that's been coming up lately and has been covered by quite a few notable YouTube atheists. I know! Mosque at Ground Zero. Let's go there, shall we? I was thinking that whether to do a video like this or not, because Coffin 66 has pretty much said all that needs to be said on it. But why not? People seem to enjoy my videos for some reason, so I'll throw my opinion out there. Oh Pat, you misguided, ignorant fool. So they can't build a mosque in Ground Zero. Why not? Why not? So just because the fundamentalists that carried out these attacks happened to be the same, or they thought they were acting under the same religion as the other majority of Muslims. So what's that got to do with anything? I'm going to let you in on a secret, Pat. You may not know this, but there were actually Muslims that died as a result of 9/11 that had nothing to do with Al Qaeda. I know, innocent, moderate Muslims who were just going on about their lives, and they got killed. I know there is such a thing as an innocent, moderate Muslim. I was shocked too. But you're just gonna have to take my word for it that those people exist. I know it may be hard for you to believe. You live in a little bubble where anybody that's brown and has a beard and prays to Allah is automatically a terrorist. But just try and think outside the bubble for a second, and you'll see that in the wide world there are such people. I'm just wondering. You seem to want to single Muslims out for a lot of things, because I'm sure as hell convinced that you would not be making a video if it was a church or a synagogue or something like that. And let's get one thing straight. It's not even right at Ground Zero. It's it's a bit further away. So you probably wouldn't have a problem with that. So I'm just wondering, what the special rule for Muslims should be. How far should a mosque be built away from Ground Zero? And what relation should they? What should be the minimum distance that a mosque should stay away from Ground Zero? Is it what, a mile, 5 miles, 10 miles? I'm just wondering the rule that we should apply to Muslims and mosques that we're not allowed to apply to anyone else, or that you would not apply to anyone else or any other religious organization. I'm just wondering. My opinion is that it's the same as I have with religious law in the UK. I'd rather not have any religious buildings built, but if they are going to, then in my opinion, a mosque should have as every right to be built next to Ground Zero as a church or a synagogue. That's just my opinion. I'm just wondering where all this bigoted nonsense that comes from, where it comes from in your head, Pat. You just seem to be living in a world of constant fear and watching over your back in just in case that some darkies come behind you and try to blow you up. I'm just wondering where it comes from, because I sure as hell don't see it in a lot of other atheists. And but then that's the great stereotype, isn't it, that all atheists think the same. Well, if this is not proof positive that is false, then I don't know what is. And I'm just wondering if you're aware that there is such a thing as Christian terrorism. Because there is a lot of that, and especially when it comes to things like bombing abortion clinics and killing abortion doctors. So I'm just wondering, Pat, if you would, it's another question. Yeah, I know, another question, but just stick with me. If, say, if a Christian terrorized organization, bombed an abortion clinic, they want to build a church there. I'm just wondering, and I asked this question for everyone else as well. Do you think Pat would make a video about that? I mean, would he? Because I'm sure as hell don't think he would. yes, I wouldn't have a problem with it, even though I said not religious organisations, but they should have every right to have it built as any other religious organisation. But just because it was fundamentalists that carried out this, a terrorism attack, does not mean that we are painting all people from that religion with the same brush. You just need to stop generalizing, man. Not everybody follows one thing. I mean, sure, some do, like, all atheists have the same non-belief in God, but all Muslims do not act and think the same way as these fundamentalists do. I mean, you should know. I mean, you look into things and see just the hatred and the sort of Islamic terrorists that we see a lot of on the news. Other atheists look at Islam and see these people, but they also see the more moderate side. The vast majority of Muslims, and they see the moderates who just want to practice their religion and be left alone, and are fine not having it. They're fine not having to preach in other people's faces about it. They just want to keep their faith to themselves. And you don't seem to see these people. You've got blinkers on or something. I don't understand it. So I mean, that's just my opinion. This is a rather off the cuff video, as you can probably tell. Probably not that great, but I just wanted to comment anyway. Plus, I didn't really have any other ideas about what to make videos about. Hopefully, I'll do my 500 sub Q&A video soon. But that's all I want to say. I hope everyone's doing okay. Cheerio.